good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first ever group panel discussion format from the next series.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Lynette.
And I'm David. We are your hosts for today.
The next series is a project of Xavier School Computer Education teachers. We hope that through this effort, we will be able to assist our fellow educators to be better prepared to teach in the new normal environment. Should you have any questions or comments in today's presentation, please feel free to post them as comments on our YouTube channel. Certificates will be issued to viewers of this session. All you have to do is finish watching and respond to our short evaluation link, which will be displayed in the description below.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Lynette. Kumusta naman kayo, mga aking co-host, Sarah and Lynette? Kumusta naman ang mga buhay-buhay natin?
Happy. Kakatapos na ng klase ko for science.
Actually, ako din kakatapusan din ng PTC. So, meron kaming parent-teacher conferences. So, naisingit pa natin itong mga ganitong gawain sa gitna ng ating mga busy schedule. So, again, thank you very much, teachers, for also agreeing to be with us at this moment for this very informative and helpful topic for our teachers as well. Sarah?
Okay, so to get us started, everyone, let us have a short getting to know moment with our speakers. So very short lang po, teachers. And our fellow teachers, may we request you to share something about yourself. This may be a little bit short, like 1 minute. And then one unique online distance learning or teaching strategies that you and your school have been doing since we started online distance learning. So this will be the flow. The first one to share us his idea, her idea will be Miss Twinkle and Castillo. Then after her, we are going to have Mr. Mark Aribon. Then after, Mr. Kin Stewart Ababa. Then Miss Sherry Salinel, Miss Kimberly, Miss Rosel, and then Mr. Vaughn. Okay, so I think we could already start with Miss Twinkle Castillo. Yes.
Hi, hello po, good afternoon. Well, if I'm going to introduce myself, I'm Miss Twinkle Ann Castillo. I'm 23 years old and also I'm a teacher. I'm currently teaching in Colegio de San Juan de Latran, Calamba, here in Calamba City, Laguna. And I'm teaching Science 4 and Computer 6, Robotics 5. So, ayun po.
Alright, thank you very much po. And now we're going to proceed to Mr. Mark Aribon.
Hi everyone, I am Mark Anthony Aribon. You can call me Marky, and I'm 24 years old. I'm currently studying Masters in Information Technology Integration in the Ateneo de Manila University, and I am a faculty member in Polytechnic University of the Philippines. I currently handle subjects like living in the IT era, web page development, agri-fishery and arts, and also developmental reading. And I'm currently here in Masbate, so I'm Bicolano if other Bicol friends are watching. And yeah, it's my 4th year of teaching actually in a university in PUP. Thank you.
All right, that's cool, right? Okay, let's have Mr. Kin Stewart Ababa.
Ayan, before I start po my introduction, I would like to greet everyone a pleasant afternoon. Hi everyone, I am Kin Stewart Ababa, and you can call me Kuya Kins. And I am a proud public school teacher at Melanchia M. Castello Elementary School in Barangay Payatas. I am formerly a SPED transition teacher and currently teaching grade 6 math. And basically, I love to play musical instruments like piano, guitar, ukulele, and flute, and I sing as well. Also, I am a freelance photographer. I am a musician and a graphic artist. So, yeah, basically, I'm into different form of arts and I really love to read books. So, hello po everyone.
Hi, sir. Grabe, ang dami. Daming talent ni sir. All right, now let's proceed to Miss Sherry Salinel.
Hi po. Good afternoon. So my name is Sherry Salinel. I am a faculty of St. Mary's College, Quezon City. And currently I am handling the junior high school computer. Though I am still new in teaching, I guess, for 7 years, but I used to work with St. Mary's now for 17 years kasi I used to work with them as a librarian during my first 10 years as in my profession. Yun. So, librarian muna ako bago ako nag-teacher. So, thank you very much po.
Maraming salamat po. Napaka-dynamic ni ma'am, no? Okay, now let's proceed po kay Miss Kimberly Maguad.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ayan, I'm Miss Kimberly Claudio Maguad. On my third year now as a public school teacher here in Rosario National High School, and I'm teaching science, grade 9 science, an advisor of the Red Cross Youth, and a grade 9 curriculum chairman. Ayan, thank you so much.
Salamat, ma'am. Next po, let's have Miss Rosel Santiago.
Rosel ay na-disconnect po ata, no? Sige po, let's proceed with, do we have one more?
Yes, we have Sir Von Gabayan. Ready na po.
One din ata ay na-disconnect, so probably they'll just be entering naman in a while.
Okay.
So I think we can proceed, Miss Sarah.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. We really appreciate that you joined us today for our next series session. And I guess we are ready with our discussion. And are you ready?
Yes, we
up
are. We
ready?
definitely are ready.
All right, very good. So I think Miss Del Castillo, Miss Lynette will help us go with the first two sets of questions. Thank you.
Hi, glad to know you, speakers. So thank you very much again for being with us here this afternoon. I know that busy din po kayo, pero nandito po kayo at pinaunlakan niyo po ang next series. So, Mike, our questions will be, kamusta naman po kayo? How have you been so far? Especially ngayon pong online distance learning, which is very new to us. So, bagong-bago po ito sa ating mga teachers. At first, hindi po natin alam kung ano yung gagawin. So, ano po yung mga significant changes that happened to you? So, I think pwede nyo pong ma-share sa amin kung ano po yung mga ginawa nyo, or kamusta naman po ang pagtuturo sa online learning. Ayun po. I think we start po with Mr. Ababa.
Hello po. Thank you, Ma'am Lynette. Actually, I'm doing good. And as of the moment, I am focused to my mental health. Yeah, I'm reading lots of books, playing video games all the time, staying connected with friends for a positive mental health. And syempre, as a public school teacher, I could say that work is life and at the same time study. So yun po. And going back to your question about significant change na nangyari sa akin.
Yes.
Ayun. Ayun, there are lots of changes happened to me, especially during pandemic. Siguro kung meron, actually pinag-iisipan ko pa kanina. Siguro kung merong major change na nangyari sa akin is yung learning to love myself. Before kasi yun, during the pandemic kasi parang nag-ano ko nagsi-self-pity ako. Parang walang kumokontak. Pangit ba ugali? Parang ganun. Sort of those things. Yun, sometimes kasi I always ponder, parang I always rely decisions to other people. And sometimes naka-cloud yung creative thinking ko. So yun, at saka ang sarap pala sa feeling, no, kapag nakikita mo yung self-worth mo as a teacher. Oo. Kasi during the pandemic nun, sir, ma'am, kapag nung pandemic, sobrang tad po ng trabaho. Akala po nila nung pandemic, walang ginagawa yung teacher, pero di po nila alam. Sobrang daming online work. Yun, feeling ko yun po yung pinaka-significant change ko. At saka siguro yung pumuti po ako. Kasi nung lockdown, di ako lumalabas eh. Yun po.
Thank you, Mr. Ababa. I think very relatable po yung sinabi nyo, especially nung pandemic. Mental health is important really. Kahit dito po sa school namin, yan po yung lagi ding kinakamusta yung mental health kasi bigla tayong na-shock sa mga pagbabago, which is very good, sir, na natakal niyo po at nasabi niyo po sa amin today. Thank you again. Now, kayo naman po, Mr. Marky Aribon. How have you been so far, sir?
Yeah, thank you for asking, Lynette. I'm actually great. I think I'm fully adjusted to this kind of setup. Well, I manage my time well, pero ganun pala yun, no? Kapag work from home ka, from 7:30 a.m. to 12 midnight ka nag-work, aminin niya yung mga iba dyan, di ba?
Yes.
Parang you don't actually taking rest. I mean, there are rest, Pomodoro technique, but most of the time you're facing your laptop and then type and then type and then type. So and of course by having online setup, I don't have to worry about traffic on my way to school. You know, you wake up in the morning, even you just drink water, tapos you open your laptop and then you class. You attend to your classes. And I'm also hitting two birds with one stone, writing actually my thesis and work, of course, working. And significant change, I transitioned actually from being a high school teacher to a full-time college instructor in PUP. During my 3 years of working, I actually have at least 6 units of college loads. But now I transferred to PUP Quezon City, so I handled mostly college students. For this semester, I actually handled 600 students. And I took it as a challenge talaga in terms of monitoring and keeping my students engaged in the learning discussion, kahit nasabihin na natin na college students naman na yan, kaya na nila yan, etc. But no, they may still be vulnerable to not being interested and disengaged, knowing that they're already 18. They can just drop out of school and then find something to work for their living, to put food on their table. Also, it feels good as well that you're making progress. Like, I have proposed my thesis already and they approved it. So I am now working on the data gathering. So soon enough, I think by July, hopefully, I can get the Blue Eagle diploma. Thank you, Lynette.
Okay, Mr. Arabon, thank you. And yes, very relatable na naman ang sinabi mo, Sir Marky, no? So, sa lahat, we need to be flexible, especially ngayong online learning. As you've mentioned, from teaching high school, you're now a college professor. So, even us here, na mga teachers dito, we also experience that kind of change. So, thank you, sir, for exploring and, sharing with us. And thank you din and good luck sa thesis mo. And yan, aabangan namin yan sa July. Okay, and next is Miss Twinkle. Hi, Miss Twinkle.
Hi, hello po. Regarding po sa tanong ninyo, well, sobra po itong bago sa amin. Sabi nga po nung principal namin, walang permanent dito, walang regular dito. Lahat tayo ay probe pagdating sa online classes. So, lahat tayo probe permanent, pantay-pantay tayong lahat. Kasi bago sa atin to. Kaya kami po sa Letran, to share lang po, kami po kasi sa Letran, every idea is sinishare po namin to sa isa't isa. For example po, meron po kaming nakikitang new ideas po na paano po namin magiging lively yung klase, even though na I put na hindi po natin nakikita physically yung mga bata. So, may mga bata po talaga. Sorry po, I'm teaching grade school po pala ha. So, I'm going to talk more kids po. Ayun po. So, kami po kasi sa grade school po na kailangan po makikita po namin yung bata hindi aantukin, yung kailangan lively po kayo sa klase ninyo. Kaya kahit mukha po kaming clown during online classes, ginagawa po namin yun. And what's good about Letra naman po is they always keep on asking our mental health. Katulad po ng sinabi po ni Sir Ababa po na mental health po talaga importante po sa atin ngayon. Kasi lahat po tayo na-shock sa ganitong setup po. So, hindi lang po kaming teachers na binibigyan po ng mental health po ni Letran, but binibigyan din po ng seminar na tuloy-tuloy po ni Letran yung parents and also the students po. So, gladly naman po kasi kahit ganun lang po, kahit through online lang po kami nakikita is cooperative po ang parents at ang students po. So, ako naman po sa pandemic na to, well, I'm glad po na may pros and cons po ang pandemic actually po. What's good about pandemic po is nakakilala po ako ng new people po. Actually po, to be honest, nakilala ko po hindi ko po makikilala si Sir Sales kung hindi po ako umattend sa kanya sa isang seminar. Kaya ko po nakilala si Sir Sales po. So yun po yung naging good thing po sa akin kasi nakakilala po ako ng new people po through internet. And then po, what's sad about this quarantine or pandemic ay, let's say, aminin po natin, kinuha po ng pandemic na to ang social life natin to travel, ang makalabas po at maka-social po sa mga friends and family po natin. But then, let's keep all these things positive na lang po. Yun lang po.
Salamat po, Miss Twinkle. At syempre po, kaway-kaway at isang matinding palakpak din para sa mga kapwa grade school teachers dyan. Ayan, mga grade school teachers. Yan, syempre, alam naman po natin na talagang doble, triple ang energy na kailangang ibigay mo sa classroom. Pero much more pag dito sa online setup. Diba po, Miss Twinkle? So, I salute you, ma'am, for giving that energy and dedication every day. And next naman po si Miss Sherry Salinel. Ma'am Sherry?
Ay po, good afternoon po. So, actually po nung iniisip ko po talaga yung isasagot ko doon sa question ninyo na kung kamusta po kami, kung kamusta po ako ngayong online class. Syempre gusto ko pong sabihin na katulad ng sagot ni Sir Aribon na he's feeling great. Ako, paano ko ba siya sasagutin? Parang, kasi nung nag-uumpisa pa lang po yung online class, di ba, ako personally, I really have this feeling na kakayanin ko ba siya? Kasi lalo na, sa school namin, first time namin mag-online class. Unlike sa ibang school na talagang they are already practicing online classes. Kaya ito talaga first time namin. And then, with the support of the school, with the support of our friends, syempre kami lang rin yung nagsusuportahan nun ba. May training, may mga counseling na ginagawa, and somewhat naka-adapt, nakasabay na rin sa online class. And currently nasa 4th quarter na kami, buhay pa naman, we are thriving, we are surviving. And I guess hindi lang siya sa teacher, sa estudyante din, yung side ng estudyante. Kung iniisip namin na sa teacher natin, as a teacher, yung kondisyon natin, what more sa estudyante, di ba? So, ang daming consideration na iniisip kapag, kaya ako as a teacher, pag tinatanong kung kamusta ako as a teacher, gusto kong sabihin na okay po ako, pero we are going there, siguro para sa akin. And surviving, importante po surviving. And I agree with Mr. Ababa kanina, bigyan natin ng importansya yung mental health. Kasi 'di ba, mahirap pong makipag-usap sa monitor. Yun nga po lagi ko sinasabi sa mga friends ko na teacher din. Mahirap pong makipag-usap sa monitor, especially hindi mo alam kung may kausap ka pa. 'Di ba? So kasi minsan may mga estudyante na hindi mo alam kung sasagot, kung hindi sasagot, though may mga, thank God, may mga estudyante tayo na active pa rin kahit online, sa monitor ka lang nila nakikita. And then, I also give my salute to elementary teachers and grade school teachers kasi sa junior high school, as in doble, tama po yung sinabi ni Ma'am Lynette, doble yung effort na binibigay natin sa mga estudyante natin. Pero kapag ang hawak natin ay nasa lower grade, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, so sigurado hindi lang estudyante yung kausap mo dyan, may kasamang parents yan. So the patience, the consideration, siguro yun ang ibubuhos natin. And yung significant change, parang professionally nag-grow tayo. Another experience kasi sa online, hindi lang tayo nagbasa sa estudyante lang ang kausap natin, tayo rin mismo sa teacher nag-adjust tayo. So, more consideration, deeper understanding sa kapwa teacher, sa kapwa estudyante, and most especially, more understanding sa parents natin. Yun lang po. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you po, Ma'am Sherry. So, napakaganda po ng iniwan niyo sa amin, no? The word understanding itself. And kapag i-connect natin yan sa sinabi ni Mr. Kin kanina, na self-worth, ang pagbibigay importansya sa sarili, napaka-important po niyan, especially this online learning. Kasi pag pinagsama po natin yung understanding and self-worth, I think we will be better teachers in this setup. So, thank you very much. Now, next po si Ma'am Rosel. Ma'am Rosel?
Since si Miss Rosel po was not able to join us earlier, but now she's here, she's with us. So she'll be introducing herself and then just directly answering the two questions. How have you been so far? And what significant changes happened to you? Take it away, Ms. Rosel.
Okay, so good afternoon po sa ating lahat. I am Rosel Santiago from Division of Isabela, a high school teacher of Doña Aurora National High School. So actually, I'll be sharing po sa inyo, sa school po namin, it's not only an online modality, but we are also using radio-based instruction and modular learning, so blended learning po siya. So this pandemic, natutunan ko how to be flexible enough kasi hindi na lang siya basta-basta nagtuturo, hindi na lang pagalingan magturo, but diskarte na din. So this pandemic, naging instant po lahat. Naging voice talent kami, naging script writer, but of course, bago lahat ng yon, tinulungan naman kami ng school. So we undergo seminars, trainings, gano'n. And then, ayun. So this pandemic also, I am trying to have a self-discipline kasi nga we have work from home. So hindi pwede na nagigising ka ng anong oras, so you have also to alarm na talagang mag-work ka din po talaga. And then it's very important also to have mental health. Ayun, tama nga yung sinabi ni Sir kanina. And one of the significant change na nangyari ngayon is I am having a stronger bond with my family kasi nandito sila lang yung kasama ko ngayon. Mostly sila lang yung kasama ko ngayon.
Yes, thank you Ma'am Rosel for sharing. So napakaganda, meron din po pala kayong blended learning sa Isabela, which is also a new setup, okay. And of course, family bonding din. So lahat tayo, I think na-experience natin yan ngayon because before, nung hindi pa pandemic, most of the time ang magkakasama is us, co-teachers or colleagues. But now, we get to spend more time with our family. So sa lahat ng mga nakaka-relate dyan, give this a thumbs up. And syempre, ang next po natin ay si Miss Kimberly. Hi, Miss Kimberly.
Hello po, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po.
So, napansin ko lang, so most of you, may online learning, kay Ma'am Rochelle naman, may radio-based instruction. But in our school, focus po kami isa lang, modular learning. Kasi dito sa school namin, lumabas doon sa isang survey na pinush namin before the opening of classes, lumabas po na wala pang 50% ang merong internet connection. So, yun pa lang, parang ang laking challenge na para sa amin. Minsan nga iniisip ko, ano ba itong ginagawa namin? Nagpo-photocopy ng module, nag-stapler, nagsosort, naglalagay sa envelope, dinideliver sa mga students. Ang hirap. Parang dati, ang ka-interact mo lang ay parents and students. Ngayon, kailangan mo ng, syempre, kailangan mong kilalanin lahat ng students mo, nag-work ba sila, anong klaseng household meron sa kanila. Ang laking adjustment para sa amin. But I think ngayon, it's already February, naka-adjust na kami, but still nakaka-miss. Yun yung isa sa mga na-feel ko. Nami-miss ko yung face-to-face learning kasi, di ba minsan, sakit ng ulo natin yung students, but most of the time, sila yung nagbibigay sa atin ng joy and happiness. Ayan. And siguro ang natutunan ko ngayon, in this time of pandemic, I have learned how to say no. Dati kasi alam naman natin ng public school, maraming mga events, training, seminars, contests, camping, everything. Lahat ng hinahanap mo andito na. Kumbaga bigla kang magiging Girl Scout. Then, may mga press conferences, may trainings, research. Ngayon, I have learned how to say no. Kasi ang hirap ng situation natin, I have learned how to put myself first. Yun po ang natutunan ko ngayon. Ayan. Thank you so much.
Thank you po, Miss Kimberly, Ma'am Kimberly. So I think, tandaan niyo po yan, mga teachers and sa mga nanonood po sa atin dyan. Learn to say no, especially kung ito naman ay para sa inyong self-worth. Katulad nga naman, shout out ulit kay Mr. Kian kanina, na bigyan daw natin ng importansya ang ating sarili. So once in a while, we can pause, take a break, and it's for our self-time naman. So thank you so much. And for our last speaker, Sir Bons.
Parang ako naman ang may share ko, tama naman yung mga sinabi niyong lahat. Yun lang. Tama naman yung mga sinabi niyong lahat. So kailangan lang natin isipin yung sarili natin kasi kami po sa school namin, pumapasok pa rin kami every day from Monday to Friday. Then sa amin kasi it's very risky for us kasi nagdi-distribute kami ng modules, so nakakasalamuhan namin yung mga parents from outside. So 'di ba kailangan pa rin natin na mag-wear ng mask, yung mga yung mga protocols, safety protocols, ganyan kailangan natin sundin. Ang masasabi ko lang, parang for us teachers, syempre teachers tayo, we need to follow yung guidelines. Tapos sa amin kasi napakahirap sa part namin kasi we are sorting modules, we are checking modules, we are making our own modules kasi nasa private school kami. Then kung gagawa kami na kunwari may asynchronous kasi yung sa amin, ma'am, teachers, sir, ma'am, ganyan. Asynchronous kasi sa amin. So nag-include kami ng recorded videos or kung may mga mahanap kaming videos over the internet. Yun napakahirap. Kailangan lang talaga tiyaga, patience as the teacher. Alalahanin natin yung tungkulin natin lagi, yung sinumpaan nating tungkulin na we are teachers, ganyan. Kailangan natin ibigay sa estudyante, whether face-to-face or ngayon nga online or modular, kailangan natin i-provide sa kanila yung kailangan nila, yung dapat matutunan nila, di po ba? So, ano pa ba yung sa amin? Sa na-experience ko. Ayun, na-experience ko din pong mag-discuss over the phone. Yung mga estudyanteng wala talaga silang internet, yung nakikipag-text sa'yo, tumatawag yung parents sa'yo para makausap lang yung bata, ganyan, kasi wala talaga silang pang-online, ganyan. Then, ano pa ba yung mga na-experience ko this past? Ayun, marami tayong na-experience, na hindi lang ako, pati din kayo siguro din. Yun lang yung mga yung may i-share ko. So far, nasa na kami, 4th quarter. Ayan. Naka-adjust na. Yun lang po. Bye po.
Thank you, Sir Bons, sa pag-share. Now, sa pagkakarinig po ng mga sharing nyo, isa lang po ang masasabi ko, sobrang wow. As in, sobrang amazing ninyo pong lahat. I mean, grabe po yung binibigay na effort. Parang kapag ako po sa sarili ko, minsan, di ba po pag napapagod na tayo, ang daming ginagawa. Parang, ako lang ba itong napapagod? Pero hearing your sharing, I think all of my colleagues will agree din po na talagang magkakaisa po tayo dito sa larangan ng pagtuturo. Napaka amazing po ng binibigay niyong effort. And because of that, I will now turn to my co-host, Miss Adia, for more questions for our speakers.
Yes, maraming salamat po. Kami rin po bilang mga guro, marami ding natututunan sa inyo. Ayan, pero hindi pa tayo tapos. Marami pang mga katanungan. Ang susunod na questions po ay para kay Miss Twinkle, Miss Rosel, Miss Sherry, at Sir Mark. Do you think that this online setup affected the educational system? Why or why not? And yung second question po is, how has the online setup impacted the educational system? Ulitin ko po, first question, do you think that this online setup affected the educational system? Bakit? Bakit hindi? And the second question, how has the online setup impacted the educational system? Yan. Ang first po na tatawagin ko ay si Miss Twinkle.
Yeah, ma'am, thank you for that question. Actually, napaisip po talaga ako sa nangyari po mula nung nag-online po kami. First day nag-online kami hanggang ngayon po. So, totoo po na this online po ay apektuhan po ang educational system. To be honest po, as a grade school teacher din po, Ma'am Sarah, na I know po na na-experience nyo din to. I will speak on behalf of the grade school students in Letran, especially for the primary. So, alam po natin na for grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, nandiyan po yung nagsistart po sila dapat magbasa, nagsistart po sila dapat magsulat. Pero at this point po, di ba, kapag nagbibigay po tayo ng sasagutan nila, pag pinasa po nila sa atin, wow, nasagutan niya. Sabi niya, nabasa niya. So parang, papapaisip ko, paano nung estudyante natin to ng grade 1, can read, can write siya. Tapos ngayon nakapagsagot siya, perfect pa siya. So parang dun pa lang po na, hindi natin po mayaalis na may guidance po talaga ng parent. Hindi po talaga natin malalaman na nakakabasa na ba talaga yung bata? Nakakapag-solve na ba talaga ng multiplication tong grade 1 natin? Na nakaka-cope up kaya sila, na nakakapag-focus pa kaya sila? Kasi we know po na sobrang distracted po ng mga kids natin na they can stay longer po during virtual class. Aminin po natin yan, Miss Sarah, kasi kahit po ako na nagtuturo po sa intermediate level na hindi ko din po ma-assure kung yung focus po sa akin ng bata ay nandun po. So parang sa amin po isang struggle po na pasok na lang ulit tayo kasi hindi natin ma-assure kung may natututunan ba talaga sila. Oo, sabihin natin perfect ang pinapasa nila, nakakapagpasa sila on time, nakakagawa sila ng mga pinagagawa natin, but how was the learning? May natututunan kaya sila? Well, actually po, to be honest, nung nagkaroon po kami ng seminar na ganito nung last quarter po, nag-open up po yung parents namin na, teacher, we honestly want to answer you na kami po as parents, hihirapan din po kami kasi some of us are working parents, some of us hindi po talaga natutukan yung bata, niyaya lang po ang kasama, tutor lang po ang kasama. So kami po, iba pa rin po yung kayo po talaga yung nagtuturo first hand sa mga anak po namin. So at that point pa lang po, na-touch po kami na still they trust us when it comes to learning. Kaya masasabi ko po na iba po talaga yung impact nito, and aminado po kami na 50-50, may natututunan, 50-50, wala. 50-50, bata gumagawa, 50-50, parents po, yaya, tutor ang gumagawa. So, yun po. And ma'am, sorry if I may ask, ano po yung second question?
Oh, okay. So, yung second question po is, how has the online setup impacted the educational system?
Hirap. Ang hirap po. But sabihin ko po na sobrang laki po ng impact nito sa atin. Na yun nga po, hindi po natin masasabi na may learning po na nangyayari po ngayon. So yun po.
Maraming salamat po sa honesty. Actually, it's the same thing that nare-realize din po namin as sa grade school pa lang. But there are still some instance na may mga bata na alam natin, na tinuro naman natin, bakit kaya lang nakuha kaya nila talaga. Yung empathy na siguro kung nasa school kami, baka mas naintindihan niya. Ganun po yung mga minsan nararamdaman natin. Siyempre, mahal po natin yung mga estudyante natin. Yun po. Salamat po, Miss Twinkle. Now, let's proceed to Miss Rosel. Yan. Same question po. Do you think that this online setup affected the educational system? Why or why not? And how has the online setup impacted the educational system? Take it away.
Of course, may impact po talaga yung pandemic na to. Very big impact yung nagawa ng pandemic na to. So, mag-share na lang ako based sa personal experience ko. So, alam po ninyo, nasabi ko kanina na I'm a teacher dito sa province. So, alam naman natin na kapag probinsya, parang napipili yung mga location kung saan may stable na internet. That is why sa school po namin, sabi ko nga kanina, blended learning po kami kasi lumabas din sa survey na few lang talaga yung nakaka-access ng strong or stable internet connection. So, based sa experience ko po, meron kaming radio-based instruction, pero sa radio-based instruction na yon, hirap pa yung mga bata. So, sa radio-based, meron kaming 106.3 dance radio. Tapos meron din po kaming meron din sumakinig. So meron din po kaming live streaming sa Facebook para sa mga walang radyo. But still so may mga options na po kami, may mga blended na po yung ginawa namin. Pero ang hirap pa rin po. Sa radio po namin, sa Facebook live po namin, nakikita namin ang viewers namin. For example, so dapat maabot kami ng 800 yung grade 8 po namin sa school. Pero ang viewers lang namin, pinakamalaki na yung 20. Minsan nag-drop pa yung 30. So, sobrang hirap. Tapos, sa experience po sa modular, totoo sabi mo na hindi mo alam kung sino gumagawa ng modules na yan. Sila yung sumasagot ng modules nila. Kasi, meron akong drop-out student last year. Alam ko kung nagpapatapas sila ng bata. Tapos ngayon na pandemic, modular, yung mga pinapasa niya, ang gaganda. Ang ganda din ng sulat po niya. Pero nung last year, nahawakan ko yung batang yun. Alam ko kung anong sulat, alam ko kung ano na sumagot. But still, consider naman po. And then, ano po yung next question, ma'am?
Sorry, Mr. Shell, may I interrupt? Ma'am, medyo choppy po yung audio nyo. Baka lang po ba, pa-check na lang po natin ulit.
Medyo mahina talagang internet dito. Okay na po?
Sige. I'll just read a second question for you po. How do you think has this online setup? Yes po, ma'am. Okay na po. Can you hear me? How do you think has this online setup impacted our educational system?
So for me, bumaba yung quality. Honestly speaking, bumaba yung quality ng education. Minsan, nakakausap ko yung principal natin. May quality ba? So, minsan, nasagot niya sa akin. Atong pinapin niya na answer key. May learning. So, sobrang bumaba yung education. And then, mga magaling na students na hindi sila pansin na ngayon sa online, sir. Hindi sila masyadong kasi they have may sila, pero I mean sa hindi ganon kadaling mag-access doon sa new normal ng education. Wala pa rin.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Ms. Rosel, na naintindihan namin na ngayon pa lang nakikita na namin, very evident sa amin, kung ano nga ba yung mga adjustments na ginagawa ng mga teacher. Given na lahat na ng pwedeng gamitin na device, connection, para lang ma-connect, makuha natin mabigay natin sa mga bata yung dapat nilang makuha sa pag-aaral. Napaka-evident po, ngayon pala nakikita na namin. Sayang po yung yung mga experiences na na-share niyo po sa amin. Baka we can have some time sometime within the week na parang we can have a record again nung part po ni Ms. Rosel kasi sobrang ganda po ng experience ninyo kapag good na yung ating internet. So,
okay.
Ayan. Pero, kaya po, hindi niyo po kasalanan. Kasalanan po yan ng medyo lang.
And may I also add, thank you, Mr. Rosel. Medyo nagkaroon po tayo ng technical difficulty on the sharing part of Mr. Rosel, but that's understandable. No? Ito naman, kita naman sa experience ni Mr. Rosel, no, kung gaano sila nag-struggle din sa province of Isabela, right, Mr. Rosel? Tama po ba sa Isabela?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Maraming salamat pa rin po.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes po. Hopefully for the other guests po, if ever we are encountering technical difficulty, it's better po we could switch off our camera para yung audio pa rin po ang mahalaga. So nakita naman po yung mga magagandang mukha ninyo at mga gawang mukha ninyo. Maraming salamat po. Miss Lynette, take it away.
Oh, mayroon pa. Okay. So for the others, next po na sasagot ng tanong natin is si Miss Sherry. Ayun na. Ayan. Thank you po.
Hi po. Good afternoon po ulit. So yung first question niyo is kung yung gaano or yung impact niya or effect niya sa educational system yung pagkakaroon natin ng online class. So naniniwala po ako na evident naman na ang laki ng epekto niya sa educational system natin. Ang dami pong kailangan i-adjust, ang dami pong kailangan gawin para maka-cope up tayo sa tinatawag nating new normal. Especially sa atin na yan, narinig naman natin kanina, di ba, na may mga connections sa internet, may connection issue sila, katulad ng lumalabas sa akin ngayon, may connection problem na rin. Pero yun, ang laki po ng impact nito or yung epekto nito ng online class or online setup natin sa educational system. Unang-una yung physical setup ng teacher at ng estudyante, di ba? Ang mga estudyante natin, primera, nasanay yan, nasa loob sila ng classroom, nakikita nila yung classmates nila. And nung nag-uumpisa pa nga lang ang online class, ang una kong naisip is yung mga estudyante na first year sana nila sa school. 'Di ba? Ang laki na ng pagkakaiba, ang laki na ng naging problem or experience nila. So physical setup talaga ng estudyante at ng teacher. Yung teacher na sanay na humarap sa loob ng classroom, nakatayo, blackboard ang gamit, kausap buhay na estudyante, live na estudyante. And then because of the online setup, monitor na lang sa monitor na lang nakikita yung mga estudyante nila, doon na lang nagbabatian, nag-good morning, nagbibigay ng mga instructions. So ang laki po talaga niya ng impact nila. Second po is yung environment. Tulad po ng mga sinabi kanina, no, may mga questions tayo na talaga bang estudyante ang gumagawa ng mga pinapagawa natin. I'm not going to deny it. Siyempre, at one point during this online class, nagtanong ka rin, estudyante ko ba talagang gumawa nito? But kasi it is because of the environment. Nasanay kasi tayo na nakikita natin yung bata na ginagawa sa harapan natin yung pinapagawa natin. And today, hindi naman natin sila nakikita sa loob ng bahay nila. Ang kasama lang nila doon, yung parent nila, yung guardian nila. So yung environment, ang laki rin ng adjustment. I'm sure hindi lang siya sa estudyante adjustment Adjustment din siya para sa parent. Yun. And yung third na epekto niya para sa akin sa educational system is yung manner of instruction. 'Di ba? Tayo sa ibang teachers, chalkboard, projector, may mga iba't ibang ways of instruction na ginagamit sa loob ng classroom na parang mahirap gawin kapag online class. And that is why we think of another way, we resort to another way, naghahanap tayo ng ibang way para ma-deliver yung instruction natin. So, hindi lang estudyante yung nag-adjust, parent, pati teacher nag-adjust. Actually, kahit saan ka tumingin, ang daming adjustment para lang maka-cope up tayo sa tinatawag nating new normal na hanggang ngayon, questionable. Ano ba yung new normal? Naka-adapt na ba talaga tayo sa new normal yan? And then yung second question na how has the online setup affected the educational system? Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, may sharing kanina si Ma'am Kimberly na dun sa lugar nila, di ba, na realize or na-discover nila more than 50% po ba, kung tama yung pagkakatanda ko, more than 50% of their students ay walang connection sa internet. So, di ba, kung yung bata noong face-to-face hindi nakakapunta sa school because of different reason, what more today? What more now, naka-online class tayo? So, yun po. So, para sa akin, ang laking adjustment, ang laking pagbabago na ginawa natin. Though, we are blessed na yung mga schools natin, tayong mga teachers na naka-adapt or kahit papaano nakasabay sa online setup, we are blessed na at least may suporta tayong nakuha, meron tayong paraang nagawa. Pero dito naging very obvious yung digital divide, tama natin, yung gap natin, di ba, parang very, very evident siya ngayon. Obvious na obvious. Kung dati, ganitong percentage yung hindi nakakapunta sa school, face-to-face yon, what more ngayon, online class na. Kailangan nilang umakyat ng bundok, umakyat ng puno, di ba, napapanood naman natin siya sa mga news. So, that's the effect yun. Malaki talaga yung impact nito. Yan. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Sherry. Salamat po dahil pinoint out nyo yung mga adjustments. Hindi lang ng teachers, hindi lang ng estudyante, pati ng mga magulang. At saka yung digital divide. Totoo naman talaga siyang nangyayari. Na kapag nasa eskwelahan tayo, hindi natin masyado napapansin because the school provides. Pero ngayon, lahat kailangan mag-provide at kailangan mag-adapt. Maraming salamat po, Ms. Sherry. That is very, very, kumbaga compact, na beef up mo yung sagot sa tanong. Maraming salamat po. And now, let's go next to Sir Marky.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. So I agree to what other speakers has said already, and I agree to everything that you've said. And the Philippines is not ready to this kind of setup. Let us admit naman na kahit nga face-to-face, as what mentioned earlier, kahit nga face-to-face classes natin, educational system in the country is weak. So much to improve. Yun nga, to reiterate, may mga batang hindi nakakapasok kasi walang pagkain, walang pamasahe, hindi nakakapag-breakfast pero pumapasok, walang notebook. How much more that we have an online setup wherein there are a lot of digital barriers that we can experience during this day. At they say that no students should be left behind, pero meron pa ring may iwan depende dun sa konteksto kung nasaan nakatira yung bata, given of course the circumstances. Our teachers were also affected. Mali ata yung construction. Us as teachers are also affected. Baka kasi teacher nag-aapekto sa atin, especially those who are in the rural areas. They swamped up with the module printing, we all know that, on their own cost. Diba marami akong friends dito sa Masbate na sinasabi wala daw silang budget, so they beg for donations of ink, of bond papers, pinupost nila sa social media, and there are a lot of people naman who are actually giving their hand. But we all have budgets for this, we know that. But I don't know what happened for that. And teachers were not ready for the online setup. Let us admit that. Some of us do not know how to integrate websites and applications to the learning discussion, even using or opening a laptop or manipulating a website application in their own computers. So the quality of the module being distributed to the students are also not polished and uncontextualized, because I've seen some modules that says click here for the link, but that's a module, that is a printed module. So how would students click on that link if that's a written paper, diba? Di mo na pwedeng i-click lang sa papel. And the second one is, how has the online setup affected the educational system? Our public education system was not ready for the online setup, and it has a significant effect to our stakeholders, yung mga bata. Nasa kanila talagang pinaka-epekto nito. I'm speaking about college students in general, because they are going to serve they're going to serve the public soon enough. Okay? Like yung doctors natin, yung mga engineers namin, di ba there are a lot of memes na sinabi, ito yung gawa ng engineer na galing sa online class, ito yung gawa ng doctor na nag-online class lang. Diba? And this is happening around the world, hindi lang sa Pilipinas. But in the Philippines, in the context of the Philippines alone, we do have 750 private schools closed because of the pandemic, and because they cannot address the challenges to the current setup. And I've read a report from the University of the Philippines College of Education that there are a lot of challenges a Filipino student should experience before they can get the knowledge, before they can go to school, before they can attend online class. Parang it's more like a reflection of education is a privilege, not a right. Or education is now a privilege rather than our right. And these barriers like internet connection, technical resources, electricity, engagement, and interest, and a lot more are being experienced by our students. And you can also cite some psychological and emotional factors this global health crisis has brought to the education system. Collectively, these factors affect the education system as a whole. These factors massively affect the delivery of the learning content. Knowledge is compromised. That's my thoughts for that.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Sir Marky. It's like covering the domain of education. We got cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, and we know that it has really affected the education system, especially the students who are, as you said, the stakeholders. Thank you very much for covering that up. We really think the same, but we can only do so much, right? Maraming salamat po sa lahat na nag-share for this question. Lahat po yun nakatulong sa amin para makita natin yung iba't ibang anggulo ng pagiging isang guro ngayong panahon ng pandemic. Ayan. Ngayon po, next na po.
Ma'am Sarah, hello po Ma'am Sarah. I think I need to add on na medyo nakalimutan din nating teachers na isang big factor or isang big impact sa ating mga teacher. Tingin ko po I'd really like to add yung teacher's mental health talaga. Ayun, nakalimutan natin kasi, di ba, nababurnout din tayo, we have lots of workloads na kinakaharap natin. And I think ang daming gawain na binibigay ng system itself. Kaya naapektuhan yung education system natin kasi we are the frontliners of learning. Lagi nilang sinasabi na para sa bata, dapat isauna natin yung mga bata. But sometimes we need to ponder, di ba po, na para sa bata nga lang ba? Sometimes, di ba, we need to check our teachers as well. Especially their mental health, di ba po? And yun po, here's the thing, isang malaking factor ang teacher sa quality education. Since we are the ones who facilitate the learning. Kaya nga minsan iniisip ko, they are stuck into traditional ways. Kasi sometimes it's their only option or sometimes they are not motivated to learn something new. Kasi ako, if I would be asked, kesa mag-webinar ako, mag-check na lang po ako ng 600 modules. Diba? Nakapag-comply pa po ako. Hindi lang po ako magbe-webinar. And dito na po papasok yung maraming misconceptions about flipped learning. And yun, kasi sa amin sa public school, to be honest, Sir David, Ma'am Viana, na parang lagi na lang nilang sinasabi, check natin yung mga bata, check natin yung mga parents if they are capable to learn. Pero did they check us if we're okay? Personally, I'm a germaphobe person. I need to retrieve, distribute all of these modules, pero yung protocols ba ay nasusunod? And sobrang daming kumpol nun. And I'm having an anxiety towards that. Di ba po? So feeling ko nakalimutan din natin teachers yung mental health natin na we need to consider that. Yun lang po, Ma'am Biana. Ay, Ma'am Sarah.
Opo, okay lang. Kahit ano. Salamat po, Sir Ken. Maraming salamat.
Magandang insight po. Let's continue, Miss Lily.
Opo, salamat sa pag-highlight. Ayan. Sige po, next po will be with Miss Lynette. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sarah. Now po, ang mga sasagot naman po ng tanong ay si Mr. Kin, si Miss Kimberly, si Mr. Von, and si Miss Sherry. So, itatype na lamang po ni Mr. David yung tanong sa chat box. Pero ito po yung tanong. I think may kaugnayan po to sa sinabi kanina ni Mr. Kin. So, what challenges did you encounter with this new online setup? And how did you handle these challenges? So, alam niyo naman po, bagong setup, online, bago sa ating lahat. So, kayo po, ano po yung naging challenge sa inyo sa pagtuturo ng online and paano nyo ito na-handle? So, let's start po with Mr. Kin.
Ayan. Thank you doon sa magandang question, Ma'am Lynette. Actually, nilulook forward ko yung mga ganyang tanong. Ayan.
Yes po.
And sa totoo lang, Ma'am Lynette, sobrang daming challenges ang dumadating sa akin araw-araw. Pero I have this top-of-the-line problems na i-experience ko every day. First is yung spoon-feeding ng mga parents during blended learning. And pangalawa, yung assessment and evaluation of learning ng mga bata. And ito, one of the common problem na na-experience ko as an ICT member ng aming school is yung mga traditional teachers. They are still stuck on the traditional ways. So, I would really like to answer those 3 questions na nasa top of the line ko. So, ayun po, one of my coping mechanism to this infinite loop of inconsistency and wrongdoings, sa totoo lang po, is yun, ang pinaka-coping mechanism ko and defense mechanism to this kind of problem na kinaharap ko this pandemic is yung to pursue webinars and grad school. Whereas, I empower myself, and I try to rekindle the fire of my fellow teachers and students. Sobrang laking tulong nun kapag yung we continue to learn. Sabi nga nila, di ba, learning never stops. So, yung sa pag-learn ko, sa pag-pursue ko ng grad school, pag-attend ko ng webinar, marami ako mga realization na natatamo. And nire-rekindle ko yun sa aking mga fellow teachers. And yun, pero yung pinaka-problem ko talaga is yung spoon feeding, Ma'am Lynette. Yung pinaka-mahirap na part sa pagiging teacher nowadays. Yun po, because I think we have few trainings for parents as well. I think we have to train as well yung mga parents natin to partly teach the art of teaching. Actually, minsan nakikita ko pa sa group chat, sa mga comment section ng mga mahilig kasi din ako mang-stalk ng mga parents ko at nakikita ko sila, nag-aaral din sila. Sabi nila, ngayon na nga lang magiging first honor yung anak ko lulubusin ko na. So sila nag-uusap-usap po sila na, hindi ako magpapatalo sa'yo. Dapat yung anak ko first honor din. And nakakasad lang. Pero yon, what I am trying to do is I make different assessment tools na hindi lamang based sa modules nila. Kasi po kami sa elementary, more like ang pinaka-focus namin is yung modules, doon na kami tumitingin. Yun. So kami, para hindi pag nakita mo kasi yung modules namin, ma'am, ang sulat po ay sulat ng magulang. Ayun po. Tapos, the system itself, they are trying to push us na i-check namin yung modules para makita talaga. Pero pag tinignan mo lahat ng modules na yun, 600, all of them are perfect. Why? It's because merong sagot sa likod. Diba? Pero when you try to assess them, totoo lang, when you try to assess them during our blended learning, yung mga online kamustahan, sige, ano yung time signature ng lupang hinira? They don't know that. So ako, ang ginagawa ko doon, I do reflections, outcome-based projects para ma-assure na hindi yung magulang yung gumawa. I check them from time to time. Meron kasi akong ginawang parang, ewan ko kasi ma'am in public school po, pag teacher 1 ka, sometimes they look at you as if you're the weakest link. And I am a teacher 1, but I'm pursuing my grad school. Ayun, so they don't really believe on me. It's because I'm a teacher 1. Something, sort of those things. And alam po natin yan from public school. Nararanasan po natin yan. So, ayun, gumawa na lang po ako ng sarili kong continuity plan. Whereas yung mga hindi nakakasunod. Napakahirap po ng trabaho ng isang teacher, totoo lang, para akong call center. Yung mga hindi nakakasunod, yung wala pong internet, tinatawagan ko po sila talaga sa phone. At wala naman po ako magagawa Yun lang naman yung kaya nila kasi they are trying to survive. Sabi nga nung isang parent po sa akin, Ma'am Lynette, Sir David, Ma'am Sarah, na ganito ang sabi niya, sir, titigil ko na lang po sa pag-aaral yung anak ko. Kasi wala na nga po kaming makain, magpapalagay pa kami ng internet. And yun po yung pinakamasakit sa part ko. So as much as possible, I am trying to rekindle everyone, the students and the parents. So yun yung pinaka-main concern ko. And next, saan po yung doon po tayo sa old style of teaching. Yan din po, sobrang hirap din yan sa part ko. Kasi I am an ICT member po. Hindi po ako medyo marami rin po akong and yun po, bilang teacher 1 sa public school, merong certain stigma sa academe na kapag teacher 1 ka, you're the weakest link. Yun nga. Yeah. And that's the sad reality. Ayun. Ako sa tingin ko, since I have a friendly personality and nasa ICT team ako ng school, I befriend them. And naniniwala ako na it's a matter of helping one another amidst pandemic. So kaming mga medyo bata, ang ginagawa namin doon sa problem namin na masyadong yung misconceptions about flipped learning, give and take kaming medyo bata, tinuturuan namin sila. Kung kaming mga bago, meron kaming teachers induction program. Kami naman na sa ICT team namin sa school ay meron kaming one-on-one tutorial with ICT team doon sa mga hindi nakaka-follow. And yun naman po actually pag tinatanong nila ako, ano bang dapat gawin? Sabi ko, ngayon pong pandemic, it's a matter of helping each other na lang po. Yun na lang yung na i-provide ko sa kanila. And syempre kung there are infinite loops of inconsistency and wrongdoings, I think you have to be resilient enough to endure this. Okay? Yun po yung pinaka-ano ko. And ang ginagawa ko, I start doon sa mas nakakaintindi. And yun, sa tingin ko, yun yung mga strategies ko na pag-handle ng challenges na kinaharap ko, lalo na doon sa pag-spoon feed, sa assessment and evaluation, doon sa mga traditional teachers, and sobrang challenging. Yun nga, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, nakaka-burnout talaga. Yun lang po. Sa tingin ko, yun lang yung pinaka-ano ko, na-meet kong challenge, tapos ganun ko lang siya ina-address. And of course, yung resiliency talaga. Matcha-challenge yung resiliency mo these times of pandemic. Actually, ako, to be honest, iniiyakan ko talaga siya. Iniiyakan ko siya na re-receive kasi po payatas po eh. And I know what's the community. I have parents na drug addict na kinakwentuhan niya pa ako na maganda bigayan ngayon sir, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi pandemic, walang kumukuha. Pero totoo po yun. Hindi po ako nagbibiro. Tapos yung mga estudyante ko, hindi mo alam kung saan bigla na lang susulpot, hindi nagpapasa ng modules. So, ayun. And yung resiliency mo as a teacher, matcha-challenge, and you have to be resilient enough. Yun lang po. Kaya nga po sinasabi ko, protect your mental health. Yun lamang po, Ma'am Lynette, Sir David, and Ma'am Sarah.
Oh, okay po. Maraming salamat, Mr. Kin. So, wag niyo pong isipin kung sa kanila po parang feeling niyo po na wala ka lang sa kanila. Kami po dito po naniniwala po kami at nagtitiwala po kami sa kakayahan na maibibigay nyo, lalo na po sa mga students po ninyo. So, we believe in you po. And yung sinabi nyo po kanina na learning never stops, and i-add ko lang po na sa learning never stops, syempre po, we never stop growing din po. So, napakaganda po ng sinabi nyo yun, Mr. Kin, dahil kahit po tayong mga guro na, tayo rin po ay may natututunan sa bawat isa sa atin, katulad po ng ginagawa natin ngayon, na maipapamahagi at maishishare din natin sa ating mga estudyante, especially sa mga grade schoolers. Okay, marami pong salamat, Mr. Kin. Ngayon po, next po natin ay si Miss Kimberly.
Good afternoon. Okay lang po ba hindi ko na i-on yung camera? Medyo
okay po.
Thank you. Ayan. Tingnan po natin yung una. So the first question, what challenges did you encounter? Actually, there are a lot of challenges ngayong panahon na ito. But I think ngayon ang pinaka-challenging para sa akin ay how to cater the needs of children with special needs. Yun po ang pinakamahirap para sa akin. With children with special needs, I'm not just talking to children who are, alam niyo na po, slow learners. Hindi lang po yun. Ngayong panahon na to, pati yung mga learners in remote areas, mahirap din po. Mahirap din silang i-reach out. Ayan. Yung mga bata na nagtatrabaho, ayan, child labor. Ang daming challenges, ang daming, kumbaga, ang dami mong iniisip. Kasi 43 po yung hawak ko na students eh. Lahat sila may kanya-kanyang problems, pero syempre kailangan natin i-cater yung needs ng mga bata para magawa nila yung role nila as a student. Ang isa po dyan ng initiative ng school namin is sa Project Reach. So Project Reach, ginawa po ito ng aking co-teacher. Initiative niya ito, Innovation in Our School, Response to Education Amid COVID-19 Hurdle. So, alam natin na bawal ng bata, pero hindi namin mapigilan na hindi puntahan yung mga bata. Or kung may time sila, pwedeng papuntahin sa school. Siyempre, with the guidance of their parents. Yung mga slow learners po natin, isa-isa, ini-schedule namin sila, pupunta sila sa school, and then tuturuan namin as their subject teachers. Yun po yung isang ginagawa namin. And for those students who are in remote areas, talagang pinupuntahan po namin. Alam namin, mahirap sobrang, may isang lugar pa sobrang putik. Meron pang lugar na yung feeling na hindi ka na makakalabas ng buhay. Yung mga ganun po. Ang hirap. Pero syempre, we are still doing our best. Sabi nga, we cannot leave any student behind. Diba? So we are doing our best. Iniisa-isa po natin yan. And ang isa pa, communication. Ang hirap makipag-communicate with the parents. Yung iba, textmate ko na, ayan, araw-araw may text, minuto may nagtatanong, ma'am, kailan po ang solian ng module? Ma'am, paano po ito? Hindi ko maintindihan. Ang hirap. Pero, ang ginagawa ko na lang po, how I handle that, nagsaset ako ng time. Siyempre, sabi nga natin, unahin ng mental health, mag-set tayo ng time. 5 p.m. na, wag nang sumagot ng tanong ng students kasi meron pa namang susunod na araw. Hindi naman sa ini-itchapera natin sila, but we also have to set aside our work and focus on our self and our needs. Siyempre sa bahay, hindi lang naman tayo teacher. Anak din tayo, kapatid din tayo. Ayun po. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Kimberly. So, ayun po, nakaka-relate na naman po tayo mga teacher, ang mga educators sa sinabi ni Ma'am Kimberly. Siyempre po, ang mga pagte-text sa atin ng parents or pagme-message, pag-i-email, andun rin po, na-experience ko din po yan. Once in a while, na kahit alas 9 na ng gabi, itatanong kung ano yung coverage ng quiz or ng assessment, yan, ganyan po. So, yan po, isa rin po sa kailangan nating matutunan is how to handle or yung time management. Kaya maraming salamat po sa sharing na yan, Ma'am Kimberly. Dahil po, kapag hindi natin ma-handle ng tama rin yan kung ano dapat ang unahin, kung ang parents ba, ang sarili natin, o siya, char. Siyempre po, masistress din po tayo. So, maganda po yan na Ma'am Kimberly, ina-advise niya rin po sa ating mga viewers and sa mga colleagues natin na again naman po, ang ating mental health ay dapat unahin, ang ating sarili ay ating unahin din po. Maraming salamat. And next po, na mag-share po sa atin ay si Sir Bonds.
Ayan po. So, hindi ko na din po i-open yung baka mag-lag pa po ako.
Sige po.
Ayan. So, I salute po yung mga sinabi ni Miss Kimberly tsaka ni Sir Ababa po. I salute you po. Sobrang napaka-ano pong teacher. So, ang dami ko din na-encounter like Sir Ababa and Ma'am Kimberly na yung sinabi ni Sir Ababa kanina na kapag hindi nakapag-online yung mga bata, tinatawagan din po namin via phone call, ganyan. So, at first po, yung sa akin, sa challenges ko naman as a teacher is yung stress, syempre ang dami nating chine-check na modules, ganyan. Kami po, nagprepare din po kami ng modules since sa private school is nauna po kami. So hindi namin maantay yung binibigay ni division office na modules kasi binibigyan din po kami. Ayan, nagiging basis na lang po namin yung binibigay. So nauna po kami ng isang quarter na nag-open. Pero we are very thankful po sa company or sa school namin kasi nabibigyan kami ng kumbaga binibigyan kami ng importansya, binibigyan kami ng time to release our stress, ganyan, like yung mga magbabanding kaming mga teachers sa school, ganyan, or may ginagawa yung school para sa amin as teachers para malesen yung stress namin, para parang yung kumbaga mailayo ka konti dun sa part na nai-stress ka na, di po ba? So we are thankful kasi binibigyan kami ng chance ng school na ganon. So pangalawa po, very common po yung na experience ko yung internet connection namin sa school and yung internet connection ng bata. So sa amin naman, yung internet connection sa school, since 35 po kaming gumagamit na teachers and sa isang araw mga nasa 10, ganun ang nagzo-zoom. So bumabagal na, so nagkukuhanan na sila ng connection ng Mbps or whatsoever na meron doon. So para sa akin, so kumuha na din kasi ako ng sarili kong internet to cater para makapag-zoom ako sa mga estudyante ko. So yun naging way ko para maging malakas yung internet connection ko. Then sa mga bata naman, meron talaga yung naglo-load sila na sinasabi sa akin ng bata na sir, maglo-load po muna ako. Anong oras po kayo mag-zoom? Ganyan. So mga senior high ito. So yun, yung na-encounter ko. Kapag nauubos pa sa Zoom meeting kasi, sobrang laki ng data na kinakain niya kapag ganun lang data sa load. So yung Go 50 nila or yung Surf 50 nila, hindi pa siya allotted sa 40 minutes. Kaya minsan kaming teachers or sa part ko, yung 1 hour mo sa kalagitnaan 30 minutes, may mga nagli-leave na dun sa Zoom. May mga umaalis na kasi tapos magme-message sila na wala na daw silang data. Ayan, so dun na pumapasok yung time na tinatawagan ko na sila or after my Zoom, tinatawagan ko na sila. Kinokontak ko sila via phone, ganyan. Lalo na din yung mga wala talagang internet connection na mga estudyante, especially sa junior high school. Napakahirap po nun. So, yun yung naging way. Kaparehas din nung kay Sir Ababan na tinatawagan din po namin sila. Then, ano pa ba yung mga challenges? Ayun po, challenge din sa amin nga yung sa paggawa ng modules. Kailangan mo talagang i-follow yung target MELCs, ganyan. Since nauna kami ng 1 quarter, ang hirap po talaga maghanap ka ng mga resources, ganyan. So, yun lang po. Although, thankful kami talaga sa school kasi binibigyan kami ng chance to reduce yung mga stress namin, ganyan. Tapos, yun nga po, yung expose nga po kami kasi nagbibigay po kami ng module. So, na-expose kami sa parents. After naman po ng bigayan, ang ginagawa din ng school na nagsasanitize din kami, wala kaming pasok kinabukasan, ganyan. So, yun naman yung mga ways din ng school. So, thankful talaga kami. Kaya, yun lang po, Ma'am Lynette.
At thank you po for that, Sir Bon. So, nakakatuwa po talaga yung effort na binibigay niyo. Hindi po talaga biro, especially hindi lang po kayo yung nagfo-focus sa online, pero pati yung pag-aayos nga po ng modules, pagtatawag sa mga students, katulad nga po ng sinabi ni Mr. Kins kanina, sobrang that work itself is draining na para po sa inyo. Parang everyday nyo ginagawa yun, pero nandyan pa rin po kayo. So, grabe po. Applause po talaga. And marami pong salamat sa inyong sharing. And next naman po is si Miss Sherry.
Sinubukan ko pong maglista ng mga challenges encountered pero nag-give up na rin ako kasi ang dami pala. So pero nag-highlight na lang ako ng ilan yung mga pare-pareho natin na-experience yan. Una, syempre yung internet connection, 'di ba? Alam natin yung mga estudyante natin, hindi naman sila lahat may internet noong nag-face to face, 'di ba? Ngayong nag-online class, they are obliged ba tawag doon na to have internet connection at home, or yung iba tulad ng experience ng ibang estudyante natin, naglo-load lang. Na-experience ko rin po, may estudyante ako nagsabi, "Madam, hindi po ako makakapag-on ng camera ngayon kasi naka-data lang po ako. Madam, pwede po bang malate yung submission namin kasi as of now, sa phone lang po muna yung internet namin." So, may mga adjustment, internet connection ng mga bata. Internet connection ng teacher, ganun din. Kasi nung hindi pa kami online kasi of course umaasa kami sa internet ng school para makapag-cater ng instruction, pero nung nag-online class kami naka-work from home kami yung ilang mga teachers na sa amin, so kailangan din namin mag-provide ng internet connection sa amin. So isa sa mga challenges namin yon mga device, yung mga ginagamit namin. So syempre nung bago mag-online class, syempre kung paano lang naman yung laptop namin dati, computer namin, di ba? Yung iba wala pang laptop. But then, nung nag-online class, we are really required ourselves to really acquire a good device para ma-deliver natin yung ating online class. So talagang challenge yun. Siyempre, alam naman natin kung bagkano yung mga device na to, mga gadgets na to. And yung isa sa mga naging naka-apekto sa akin. Hindi ko siya challenge, pero affected ako emotionally kapag may nalalaman akong mga estudyante or na nag-give up because of online class. So yun, parang nagkakaroon talaga. I'm sure, hindi ko alam kung may mga teacher ba na hindi umiyak ngayong online class because of the result of what is happening now. Meron bang teacher na hindi nagduda at one point of their life na worthy pa ba yung ginagawa ko? Kasi may estudyanteng nag-give up, hindi niya nakayanan, or ito pa, alam ko pa po ba o ginagawa ko pa ba, may purpose pa po ba yung ginagawa ko? So ito yung mga challenges. Nagkakaroon tayo ng self-doubt because of what is happening now. Kaya tama po si Mr. Ababa kanina, we need to give our mental health a good consideration. Maghahanap pa talaga, wag natin i-burn out yung sarili natin. Though guilty ako dyan, kasi nung primera ng online class, talagang hanggang alas 12 ng gabi, hanggat may nagtatanong na estudyante, hanggang madaling araw, hanggang may nagtatanong, sasagot ako. And then, after few weeks, after few months, ako rin ang nag-suffer. Yun, may mga gabi na talagang ayaw ko na. Kinabukasan, ayaw ko na pumasok. Parang gusto ko umabsent, pero isipin ko, teacher ako. So yun. So may mga question. Those are the challenges. So merong physical challenges, may mga internet connection challenges. Lahat yan. One thing, as a computer teacher na naging challenge ko din is, di ba sa school, as a computer teacher, meron tayong software na ginagamit sa school. And lahat ng estudyante natin will be able to access that software kasi provided siya ng school. Tama po. Halimbawa, basic na lang. Halimbawa, Photoshop. Provided siya ng school. Pero ngayon, mag-online class ka, ituturo mo Photoshop. Paano kung yung estudyante mo, wala ngang Photoshop? Wala ngang pang-load eh. Papabili mo pa ng Photoshop. So, yun ang biggest challenge ko na nag-uumpisa kami for online. When during our preparation. And hindi lang sa estudyante, isipin mo rin yung co-teachers mo na kinabukasan, kinakabahan kung kaya ba nilang gamitin yung platform for your class. Kasi sa amin, syempre, hindi naman kami lahat 100% faculty. Let's just face it. Hindi tayo lahat 100% maalam or master ang kung ano man ang platform na gagamitin natin sa school. May mga teachers kami na talagang gustong sumuko kasi natatakot sila na baka magkamali sila ng gagawin nila. And para sa akin, computer teacher, isa siyang burden na may mag-give up na isang teacher. Kung masakit para sa akin, may estudyante mag-give up because of the online class. Mas masakit siya kung teacher ka at mag-give up ka dahil hindi ka makasabay sa online class. And these are the challenges that we encounter since the beginning of online class. And nagpapasalamat ako kasi may mga tao na tumutulong sa amin. May mga chances or may opportunity na pwede natin magawa para masagot or kahit pa paano ma-address natin ito. Unang-una yung ginawa namin, dahil may mga estudyante kami na during class ay nawawala. Talagang nakakat sila, nakikick out sila sa platform namin kasi naubusan ng data, na-disconnect or mahina talaga yung connection. Ang ginagawa namin, ang platform na ginagamit namin ay yung pwede rin ma-record yung lesson namin. So nire-record namin siya para pwede siyang balikan ng estudyante. And gumagawa rin ako ng meron din time na gumagawa ako ng video tapos i-upload ko para mapanood nila at pwede na lang yun mabalikan kung magkaroon na sila ng internet connection. So mag-adjust ka talaga, magbibigay ka talaga ng time. Okay? So syempre hindi mo siya magagawa from 7 to 4. Gagawin mo siya after office hours. After mo mag-check ng mga kung ano man ang pinasa nila. After mong gawin ang lahat na ginawa mo sa teacher, pati yung dagdag na trabaho binigay sa'yo as a teacher. So lahat yun gagawin mo. Second, yung pagbibigay natin ng assistance sa co-teachers natin. So natutuwa ako sa school kasi nakapagbigay kami ng assistance sa mga senior teachers namin. Lalong-lalo gumagamit kami ngayon ng Microsoft Teams. So syempre hindi kami lahat marunong noon. Akong medyo hindi pa naman ganoon ka-senior. Natuto ako kaagad, pinag-aaralan ko siya individually, independently pinag-aralan ko yung Microsoft Teams. And maganda rin naman opportunity na nabigyan din namin ng assistance yung mga senior teacher namin para makasabay sila, para I do not know if that's a selfish act. Para kasi sa akin, para at least ako makakatulog ako sa gabi na kinabukasan wala akong mababalitaan teacher na give up din kasi hindi niya kaya yung online class kasi yung technology hindi niya kayang sabayan. So yun, para sa akin ganun. Hindi ko alam paano siya i-explain, pero masaya ako kapag nakakatulong ka hindi lang sa estudyante kundi pati sa teacher. 'Di ba lagi nating sinasabi, no student should be left behind. Pero para sa akin, dapat no teacher should be left behind also as well, yung parang gano'n. Para sabay-sabay tayo kasi at the end of the day, at the end of the school year, hindi lang naman estudyante ang graduate. Sigurado ako pagdating ng closing ng school year na to, mas maraming teacher ang iiyak sa saya kasi tapos na. At next year na lang ulit. Ayun. So, yun po ang para sa akin. Thank you po.
Yay! Maraming salamat, Ma'am Sherry. I think nasabi niyo lahat ng mga challenges talaga, lalo na hindi lang ng isang teacher,
Sorry
pero
po, ang haba.
Hindi po, okay lang po yan kasi talagang nasabi niyo po yung lahat ng gustong sabihin ng bawat isa, lalo na po hindi lang ng isang teacher kundi ng isang computer teacher din po na point of view. So marami pong salamat para po doon, Ma'am Sherry. Ako po personally, marami po rin po akong natutunan sa shinare niyo po sa amin. So marami pong salamat sa lahat po ng sumagot sa tanong natin na ito. Now I will get back to Miss Sarah.
Ayan, salamat Lynette. And grabe no, kumbaga siksik, liglig at umaapaw at meron pang ilalagay. Napakarami po namin natutunan. And now we're back. Pero para na lang po sa nag-iisa at huling tanong natin, that will be for everybody. So, para po sa atin mga teachers, the next academic year will most likely be online. And what factors should be considered in making decisions as a school or as a teacher? So yun po, ang pagkakasunod-sunod po will be, first we will ask Miss Twinkle, Sir Marky, Sir Kins, Miss Sherry, Miss Kim, Miss Rosel, and Sir Von. Question again is, the next academic year is likely to remain online. What factors should be considered in making decisions as a school or as a teacher? Very fast lang po, kahit 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Alright, sige. So we have, I have 2 points for the school and for the teacher. So one, for the school may conduct teacher training on the topics like tech integration. We really have to make our teachers empowered with technology integration. Of course, we have to discuss as well the assessment in online setup because that's really that's really important because we are integrating technology. We're utilizing all kinds of technology to our learning discussion. Of course, with materials developments, we really should have ample time to make sure that these materials are in good hands. These materials are in good quality with standards. Schools may conduct also contextualization kasi yun nga sinabi ng isang speaker natin kanina that they have to wait they no longer have to wait for the division office for their module, but schools themselves can have their own materials development para contextualized and personalized. Of course, overall assessment of what happened during the past school year 2020 to 2021. If we are going to conduct as well online learning for the next school year. And for the teachers, students capabilities by doing background checks. All right, and that I guess what did Miss Kimberly did during the start of the school year na nag-survey sila and they mentioned that or it resulted to almost 50% of the population of the school ay walang internet. Having some understanding and compassion to those deserving students is also a factor. Same thing that teaching materials should really be improved, and of course considering the most essential learning concepts in school. And I think those are the different factors we should consider when deciding as a teacher or as a school. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Sir Marky. And since na-mention mo na rin, I think we can already call Miss Kimberly. For the question again, the next academic year is likely to remain online. So what factors should we be considering? Thank you.
So the first factor po, I think should be, we should first consider the teachers, the training. And for me, next, we should also consider the household, the situation of the household of these students. And next, conduct a review of this past, of this.
Na-disconnect ata si Miss Kim.
Okay, so let's just
Let's
proceed
get back to her na
She
joins again. Sorry. Go ahead, Miss Sarah.
Hello, Miss Rosel.
Hello?
Hello po.
Naririnig
Yes, so,
po?
naririnig po, malinaw.
Okay. So, for me po, I agree with Miss Ma'am Kim. So, una sa lahat, we have to consider teachers' capability, the training, the knowledge. Especially in the public school, madami kaming kasamahan na paano ba sabihin, medyo may edad na din. So, kailangan nakaka-cope up po lahat. Kailangan may knowledge lahat sa online learning na gagawin. And next po for me is the students' accessibility or students' capability. Kung kaya ba ng students, kaya ba ng resources nila. Yun. So, that's it po.
Maraming salamat po for pointing out that there should be a lot of consideration, especially for the ones working behind, at the back of everything. Now, let's, Miss Kim, okay na tayo?
Yeah, I think Miss Kim was able to, it's okay, Miss Kim, it happens naman talaga.
Sorry.
So yeah,
I got disconnected.
We hope you could continue with your event po kanina. Thank you. Go ahead, Miss Kim.
So good afternoon po. So unang-una, we have to consider the teachers. Our training is very important kasi it will reflect on the students talaga, on how we can handle the classes, on how we can achieve the so-called advocacy. No children should be left behind. Very important yan. And of course, kailangan po talaga, I think nawawala minsan sa natin, yung materials na ginagamit. Kasi these modules are not enough. For me, these modules are not enough. Kailangan po natin ng reinforcement. So, kailangan nating sundan. Kaya nga po tayo merong assessment in every quarter. Titignan natin on how the students have learned, how much they have learned. And then, kailangan nating i-feedback sa parents. Yun po ang kailangan, monitoring. Monitoring and feedback para alam din ng parents kung ano po ang gagawin nila. So, that is very important for me. Yun po. Thank you.
The communication, we need feedback. And that is correct, Ms. Kimberly. Maraming salamat po sa pag-point out nun. Now, next, Ms. Twinkle, okay ka na? Okay, sige.
Sorry po, thank you po. Sorry po. Okay po, for that question po, I agree with Sir Mikey and Ma'am Kimberly, and sa mga ideas po na narinig ko, kahit po nag-call po ako, is nakikinig po ako. Well, actually po, to be honest, ma'am, I would like to share our kolehiyo because our kolehiyo right now is we keep on having seminar, we keep on having non-stop training kasi we all know na hindi lahat tayo equipped when it comes to technology. We are not like young ones na magaling po when it comes to technology, especially kolehiyo. We have a lot of, we say thunders teachers, which is yung mga old ones po na up until now they keep on coping themselves when it comes to technology, na even though nahihirapan sila, they keep on saying us na paano ba to, turuan mo naman ako, na ngayon po when it comes to technology po, we give on a lot of trainings, we give on a lot of sharings when it comes to technology, and a lot of resources and po kami makakakuha, and sharing of resources. And also one of factors din po dito na kailangan po i-consider natin when if we're going to have another online class for this coming school year, materials. Even though na teachers tayo, we need materials too. We need a good materials on how are we going to deliver a quality education na para maiintindihan nila na hindi lang tayo dapat nag-base on internet, YouTube, simulations, na let's make them na even though we are doing this online, kung mag-experiment tayo for the sciences, let's do it. Pakita natin kung paano talaga nagkakaroon ng changes when it comes to acidity, ganun po. And also, wala naman po kasi kaming problem sa mga bata po when it comes to materials. Kasi po, sabihin po natin na yung mga bata po sa amin ay nakakaangat at may kaya sa buhay. And also, background, yes, I agree with Ma'am Kimberly po na let's do background checking when it comes to the students. Kasi meron po kaming 1,000 enrollees. Let's say, those 1,000 enrollees, may iba't iba po tayong background, may iba't iba po tayong family problems. May okay, may hindi, may broken. So, kailangan po natin i-consider yung mga ganong bagay. At the top of that po, kahit kino-consider natin yung mga yun is we teachers po. Alam ko po, isa po ako sa mga pasaway na teachers na sinabi po sa amin, when it comes to 5 o'clock, pag 5 o'clock na, that's your 5:01 onwards, that's your quality time. Please, ginagano po ako ng boss ko na please manage your mental health, hindi puro work. Kaya po, I can see myself to Sir Marky na kailangan po talaga natin ng mental health. I mean, also Sir Marky and Sir Ababa po na mental health is the key para po magkaroon po tayo ng success online class po. So yun po, for me po, and I hope po na I can give a lot of or some of strategies and ganoon na po man po yung ginagawa ng kolehiyo po sa aming mga teachers. Yun po.
Yes, addressing everything holistically, just like what Miss Twinkle said, is very, very important. It's not just one, but all of the factors we need to consider. Of course, especially that we already had an experience with online learning for this year and of course for next year. Now, next, let's have Sir Von. Hi, Sir Von.
Hello po. Bale, nabanggit po nila yung ibang factors. Pero sa akin po, may dalawa akong factor na nakikita ko sa school po namin. So, unang factor po is the school needs to make sure na lahat ng estudyante kayang makapag-access sa device, sa cellphone nila or laptops, and sa internet kung we are going to conduct online for the next school year. Second thing po, sana all teachers must yung look into more yung kumbaga merong interaction kasi meron na tayo ngayon mga applications na yung teacher, yung first kumbaga teacher, then yung nasa gitna is the device, and then yung student, then meron siyang interaction. So the teacher should look into ways or applications that they can interact with their students na parang nasa face-to-face lang. Kasi minsan, ngayon ang nangyayari sa amin kasi is merely parang traditional lecture lang talaga siya. So, nagdi-discuss, tapos at the end, tatanungin na, do you understand, ganyan. Tapos, magte-thank you yung mga estudyante, gano'n. Tapos, magle-leave na sila sa discussion or sa Zoom or Google Meet or whatever platform na gagamitin. Ganun. So, yun lang yung nakikita ko na dalawang factor para sa amin. Tsaka, yun yung mai-share ko po sa body or sa inyo pong lahat. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Being able to adopt to all of the considerations for online learning. And of course, adjustment is what we all need. Yeah, that's correct. Next po, maraming salamat po, Sir Vons. And now, next po is Miss Sherry.
Yun po. Factor, madami din eh. Tulad ng mga sinabi nila, lahat yon. Pero sa akin, siguro ang una natin sanang mai-consider is yung katulad ng sinabi nila, readiness ng teacher, psychologically, emotionally, physically. Kailangan ready yung teacher kung ano man yung haharapin nila. Kasi hindi natin masisisi yung institution kasi biglaan yung online class. Yung preparation natin is biglang for a few months few months lang, di ba? Hindi natin masisisi yung institution na hindi sila nakapagbigay ng training, blah, 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 blah. Pero, on the other hand, for the benefit of the institution naman, during the school year, di ba, sa amin, kasi, I do not know, pero sa amin kasi during the school year, nagbibigay na rin naman sila ng training, may mga consultations na nagaganap, may mga pagbibigay ng assistance na nagaganap. So, I guess dito kung patuloy pa rin na mag-online class, and I believe 100% mangyayari pa rin siya, online class pa rin next year, siguro yung readiness ng teacher, tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, psychologically importante para pag naulit man ito ulit yung online class, hindi na mauulit yung self-pity natin na worthy pa ba akong magturo, kaya ko pa ba magturo, nakikinig pa ba yung mga estudyante ko, emotionally, physically, and siguro yung readiness din ng parent. Kasi lagi nating sinasabi, ready ba ang estudyante natin? Pero para sa akin na sa teacher, hindi ko siya hawak. Hindi ko hawak yung readiness ng estudyante ko. Ang magagawa ko lang is magawa kong ready or ma-prepare ko yung parent ng estudyante ko. Kasi sila yung pwedeng gumawa or magkaroon ng control sa magiging environment ng estudyante ko. One time kasi po, pag nagtuturo po kami, of course, microphone off, patulad ng sa atin lahat dito. But when you call a particular student at nagbukas sila ng microphone, maririnig mo yung ingay sa environment ng estudyante. Okay? Kung ready po ang parent na yun, ni-ready niya yung magiging environment ng estudyante mo. Sila mismo yung mag-a-adjust at gagawa ng environment, learning environment para sa estudyante, hindi yung estudyante. Parang parent is a misspelled word for partners, parang gano'n. So parang kailangan ready ka as a teacher, and ang dapat mo lang ma-reach ay yung parent ng estudyante mo, hindi yung estudyante. Kasi ang estudyante, susunod yan sa magulang. Sabihin ng magulang, ka pumasok kayo kasi wala tayong panload. Diba? Pwede yun mangyari, pero kung ang parent mismo magsasabi, hindi, loloadan kita, papasok ka, at kahit anong mangyari, papasok ka. Ito ang environment mo, walang makaka-istorbo sa iyo. And I guess that is the kind of preparation na dapat meron tayo. Hindi lang teacher at hindi estudyante. Dapat teacher at parent kasi partners tayo. And second factor na kailangan natin gawin kung papasok man tayo ulit sa online class is yung tulad ng sinabi ni Sir Ariban kanina, yung overall assessment. Ano ba yung totoong naganap ngayong school year? Kasi facade, pwede natin sabihin, ang ganda na nangyari sa online learning. Lahat ng estudyante ko nakakapasok. Pwede natin sabihin yun. Pero behind the camera, what is happening? Is our student really coping up with what kind of system that we have now? Natututo ba talaga sila? Yun una nating tanong, babalik ka ulit sa first question mo. With our online class, natututo ba talaga sila sa akin? Di ba pag face-to-face, madali natin maituro or maparamdam sa bata yung importansya ng tinuturo natin. Kasi nandoon tayo, nakikita nila tayo, merong hindi ko alam, touchiness of the lesson, ang tawag ko doon touchiness of the subject. Mapaparamdam mo sa kanila, mapaparamdam mo yung importansya ng subject kasi physically, nagmi-meet kayo. Pero ngayon, dito, online, ito yung tinatawag na long distance relationship with your student. Nararamdaman ba nila yung talagang feelings mo sa subject mo? Yung importansya na tinuturo, yung importansya ng subject mo, bakit ba kailangan matutulan ng HTML na to? Hindi ko naman siya gagamitin sa pagluluto ko or whatever. O bakit ko ba kailangan mapag-aralan yung trigonometry? Inuutosan na ako bumili ng suka sa tindahan. So, yun, pag face-to-face kasi, yung physical attachment natin and emotional attachment natin sa subject, napaparamdam natin yung sa estudyante. I don't know if you agree with me, pero para sa akin kasi ganun. Ang computer kasi para sa akin ay naging mahirap ituro lalo ngayong online class. Kasi kahit pa sabihin mo computer teacher ka, madali lang ituturo ang online class. No, the tool is the computer, pero yung mismong subject mo, mahirap siyang iparamdam sa kanila. Paano mo ituturo ang programming na nakikita mo rin ang estudyante mo kung ginagawa ba talaga nila? O sila ba talaga ang gumagawa? Nagpagawa ka, nagpa-solve ka sa Excel, sila ba talaga yung gumawa? Okay? Pero kung nandoon ka sa mismo sa harapan nila, mararamdaman mo yung physical attachment mo sa subject mo, maiintindihan nila, mararamdaman nila. And with that, I think yung support ng partners, ng school at ng parent, ng school at ng bahay, ng parent at ng teacher, yun yung pinaka-importante. Communication is really important. Isa siguro sa naging magandang dulot ng online class is 24/7 pwede mo na rin makausap yung magulang. Kasi 24/7 ka na lang kinakausap eh. So ibig sabihin available sila. So I do not know, pero para sa akin yun ang kailangan yun ang importanteng mabigyan ng malalim na pansin is readiness ng teacher at ng parent. Yun na po.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Sherry. It is highlighted, especially the things that we need to consider for partnership, the parents, the school, and of course, how we do for your end, for as a computer teacher. Yeah, I can relate a lot. Okay, thank you very much. Now, let's go to our last, Mr. Kins. Take it
Hello
away.
po, Ma'am Sarah. Ma'am Sarah, nabanggit na po nila, okay lang po ba na yun na lang din lahat nung sa akin?
Opo, okay na po.
Hindi, joke lang po. Hindi, joke lang. Nabanggit na po ni Ma'am Sherry yung parents and teachers readiness. Siguro mag-focus na lang din po ako ng one factor sa student and of course on the teacher side. Siguro po for me, yung students readiness towards blended learning, yun po. Napaka-importante na maintindihan natin yung independent learning and flipped learning. It is vital if we teach our students and our teachers to empower independent learning. Kasi sometimes, napansin ko in public school, yung instruction kasi parang more of spoon feeding. Kaya yung mga bata na sanay sila na si teacher laging nandyan. So, napaka-importante naman po. Napaka-importante po nun. And lastly, sa part po ng teacher is, lagi ko talaga tong sinasabi, is yung resiliency. Learn to be resilient to this infinite loop of inconsistency. Kasi alam natin na paulit-ulit lang mangyayari yan. Yan. So, dapat maging matatag tayo kasi it will just repeat. Marunong tayo dapat tumingin sa kung ano ang tama at mali. Yan. So you set your own goals and by setting those goals, isipin mo na lang na nagtatrabaho ka para sa kinabukasan ng mga bata, hindi para sa promotion at sahod. Ganun po. Kasi ibang teachers ko, nagpapamotivate ka lang sa akin yung sahod. So yun, ang isipin natin, nagtatrabaho ka na, eto sa mga susunod na taon, may engineer ka, meron kang doctors. And yun yung pinakamasayang part ko na nangyari sa akin bilang isang teacher. And I guess, since ako naman yung last, this will be my recommendation to all of us here, teacher. Let us rekindle our fire for teaching. Kasi, totoo lang, kahit ako somehow nakikita ko na medyo nanlalamig na. So, hindi lang pala sa pagmamahal yung nanlalamig. Sa pagtuturo din po pala. Yun po. And ibalik natin yung pagmamahal sa pagtuturo at sa bawat isa na kahit napakagulo nung nasa paligid natin. And I think that is one of the vital things we need to consider. Yun lang po. And to teach with love and passion because I believe everything else will follow. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Salamat po, Sir Kins. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Bawasan na po natin ang luha ng kalungkutan. Palitan po natin ang kaligayahan. Maging masaya po tayong lahat dahil tayo po ay mga guro. And bago po tayo matapos, I will now transfer the the floor to Mr. David Reyes.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. No? I really appreciate. Thank you very much, our dear teachers and guests. And first of all, thank you for saying yes to this invitation. Very thankful po kami and grateful for the experience na sa first session namin ng ganito. Nakitaan na po namin ng very much parang nakita namin yung how welcoming the teachers are in terms of identifying and sharing their best practices, which is the main title of our talk na. So really appreciate also for your candid answers, no? Yung pagsagot ko ninyo sa mga katanungan namin. Although naintindihan ko po na talagang since passionate tayo sa pagsasagot, no, tumagal po yung session natin, which is understandable naman. Nakita ko naman po talaga kung naintindihan din ng mga teachers at mga viewers how important this talk really is, especially in preparation for our for the next school year, which might, probably 80 to 90% be still an online learning. Okay, I am sure that our viewers and participants have learned so much from this session in terms of sharing the various best practices from our guests. Hopefully, we have all progressed in terms of knowledge and skills from where we were when we started this online distance learning setup. Ms. Lynette?
I agree 100% David sa mga sinabi mo. So, very, very timely lahat ng mga sharings and insights na natutunan natin from our speakers. So, again, maraming salamat po from the bottom of our hearts. Sama-sama po tayo sa pagharap ng bagong school year and sa next school year as well. So, there's a saying nga po, as the line goes, we may be in the same storm but not on the same boat. So, and to give the viewers something else.
Once again, thank you so much, our guest teachers, for joining us and sharing us with our endeavor to help our fellow educators during this pandemic. So we do hope to see you soon in our next webinar, the next series.
Thanks also to our dear members of the next series who have given their time and effort to make this event possible. Thank you so much, guys.
And to all those who are watching, we hope that you have learned a lot from our guests. We look forward to seeing you more in our next series.
Bye, cheers.
Goodbye.